All right, good evening and happy Sunday. Tomorrow starts another work week right before Easter. 4-day work week for most of us. So we are going to celebrate the 4-day work week with a very unhealthy down-home cooking meal. We're going to have chicken fried ribeyes, mashed potatoes, and homemade gravy. Now the things that I use for all of this: all-purpose flour, onion powder, garlic powder, paprika, black pepper, salt, of course, very thinly sliced ribeyes. I already have my golden potatoes quartered and peeled. I am going to use buttermilk and an egg to batter my ribeyes. And then I've got the flour, butter, whole milk, and chicken stock. Sounds crazy, for the gravy, okay? So first thing we're gonna do, this may be wasteful to some, but in the end it is less of a cleanup. I mix my flour and everything for the ribeyes in this bag, so I have a lot less cleanup later on. So I'm gonna just put all my flour that I want. I eyeball it, I don't measure. I'm my grandmother's child. All right, so flour. Ooh, my garlic powder is a little stuck. I don't know why this is brand new. All right, so I use lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of garlic powder for everything that I do. A little bit of onion powder, a little bit. A little bit of onion powder goes a long way. Lots of paprika, even more black pepper, and then salt. All right, I'm gonna mix that all up. All right, so I need to go ahead and open my steaks. I should have probably already done that before I started videoing. Okay, for the batter, crack an egg and mix some buttermilk with it. Whenever you're gonna country fry, chicken fry, anything, buttermilk is such a good way to go. It's the consistency of it helps the flour and other ingredients stay on it. All right, so we're gonna take one of the ribeyes, go into the bag, get it all nice and covered. From the bag into the mix, the egg and buttermilk mix. Make sure that it is nice and covered on both sides, and back into the bag. And I am completely at a loss why we have a barking dog outside. We have a doggy door. He can come in and out as he pleases. Not sure if he left a toy in here. I don't know what's going on. But, so now I have my steak, very nice and floured. And it's gonna go in the pan. And we'll do the same thing with the next one. I've got both steaks going now in the frying oil. I'm just using regular canola oil. And I'm gonna put the potatoes in the boiling water that is very, very salted. They're cut up real small so that they won't take nearly as long to boil. Okay, So I have both steaks frying, and this is kind of gross, but it's how you tell. When you start getting crust on the edge and it starts to bleed, that is when you flip it. Okay, and look at the nice golden color. Those are gonna be so good. All right, guys, so we have cooked these for 6 minutes, and they are done. We are going to remove them to a paper towel plate and get the good fried stuff out too. Our potatoes are still boiling, and we're gonna go on to make the gravy. Okay, for the gravy, we're gonna kind of make a roux, and we're gonna let that butter melt a little bit. All right, so I have melted down my 4 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna put in a pretty hefty 1/4 cup of flour, okay? And I'm mixing this all together. All right, this is mixed. Now we're very, very, very slowly going to pour a little bit of milk in. Okay, so this is kind of starting to look a little bit like mashed potatoes. And this is when I like to put in my chicken broth. Okay, now that we're here, I want to add just a little bit more milk. Okay, I'm going to turn my heat almost all the way off. And I'm going to add my salt and pepper. Lots of pepper. You add as much as you want. I add as much as I want. And again, if you want more of a runny consistency, add more milk. If you like it thicker, don't add as much milk. Completely up to you. And there we have our white gravy. All right, so for the mashed potatoes, I put in a ton of butter. You can call me Paula Dean Jr. if you want. I'd be extremely, extremely honored. And then lots of whipping cream. Okay, let that kind of do its thing and melt for a second. And then we will mix it all up once that butter has melted down. All right, and they are all mixed up and ready to be plated.
All right, guys, and there we have it. Chef Kelly has mixed us up quite the dinner tonight. As you can see, this is our chicken fried steak, chicken fried ribeyes, and mashed potatoes with homemade gravy. Everything from scratch, of course. Hope you got something out of this tonight. If you did, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you soon.